If you are still struggling with masking in Moho, these three techniques will take you from beginner to pro fast. So if I move the control bone, we can see that the pupil is moving and it stays in the eye only even if I move it to the end. So I have applied masking on this one. And if I move this one, so there is no masking on this pupil and it is crossing the eye. Now I'll add masking to the eye to fix it. So this group folder has one pupil and one eye. Right now it's on the option no masking in this group. I'll change this to hide all. And once I do that, the icons on the bottom for both the folders change. This one shows add to mask and the pupil shows mask this layer. Now we can see that when I move the control, the pupil stays inside the eye. So I've created this character. Okay, he's standing with an umbrella and this is rain. So if I start the rain animation, we can see that the rain is falling but the umbrella is not protecting the character. So we'll use masking here. In this character, he is also holding an umbrella and the rain is falling, but the umbrella is protecting the character because I've applied masking over here. Let me just show you how this was done. So now I'll apply masking on this character. So I've drawn the umbrella on a separate layer and this stick character is on a separate layer over here. And this is rain. If you want to know how to create rain, I'll share the link for that in the description of this video. Otherwise, the shortcut is we go to scripts, particle effects, and we have rain over here. If we click on it, it will give us all the setup for rain. So for masking to work, we need to create a group. I'll select the rain folder and choose the option group with selection. Now I'll create a new vector layer. So this mask group has two layers. One is for the rain and the other one is called no rain. I'll select no rain layer, select draw shape, and the shape will cover the character. Make sure that autofill and auto stroke are checked when we create the shape. Now we'll go to the mask folder, select masking. Right now it's on no masking, so we have to choose reveal all. Now if I use the rain animation, we can see that the character is protected, and we can make some adjustments also. So this way we can use masking. This stick character is using a flashlight, and he's looking for the box which is on the top. So I'll just show you how this was done, and I will apply masking so that the box will only be visible when he moves the flashlight over it. So this is the stick figure, and I've drawn it in separate layers. The flashlight has a separate layer. And I've added bones to the character, and the flashlight is also connected to a bone. So we don't need to see all the bones, so I'll select these bones, and on the top I have shy bone. I'll enable that, and all the bones are not visible now. They are still there, but they are not visible. I only need the flashlight bone. So I'll select the boy layer, go to masking. It's on no masking in this group. I'll choose the option hide all. And we can see that the flashlight and the box have icons on them. The flashlight automatically gets add to mask, and the box is mask this layer. And for the other body parts, in case they are not visible, we have to choose the option don't mask this layer. Otherwise, they will get this option mask this layer, so the body will not be visible. Okay, so the box also has a bone. So I'll select the bone and choose the option shy bone, and now the box bone is also not visible. So we can see that when the flashlight moves towards the box location, only then it is visible. Otherwise it is not visible. And one more thing, we can change the radius of the flashlight. So you can see that I have used the effect soft edge on the flashlight, and I've used this color to give it this glow type effect. And if we want, we can just use the transform point and make the flashlight bigger or smaller.